Look, I don't know if you guys have been on the internet or Twitter in the last 48 hours, but it seems like one of two things is happening over at DC, and that is, one, their executives are really stupid and are deciding to make movies about anything and everything, or they're trolling the fuck out of us right now, and I really hope it's the latter. But like I said, it's insane. The amount of news that has dropped about movies in the DC universe or non-universe or whatever the hell they're going to call it has been ridiculous. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I was just like, you gotta be shitting me with all this news. I was literally to the point where I was just saying, stop, just stop it already. So we're gonna go ahead and deep dive into this. And if you saw my video from yesterday, that was me talking about the Joker news that I just was not happy about. Oh man, it is about to get so much worse. If you hated the Joker thing, you're gonna hate a lot of this crap. So let's go ahead and jump into it, because one thing from that Joker video we're talking about, we know that there's going to be a standalone Joker origin film that's not part of the DCEU. Well, you can go ahead and add, you know, Matt Reeves' Batman movie, the Batman that we've all been waiting for, that everybody's like, oh my god, it's going to be awesome, blah, 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 blah. Apparently, there is a podcast from freaking before Comic-Con where Matt Reeves talks about how WB came to them and told him that the Batman movie was going to be a standalone movie that was not part of an extended universe. With that news right there, it might actually mean that the Martin Scorsese stuff is actually like legit happening, because DC wants to go ahead and maybe get away from the DCEU or start this new thing that's not part of like a connected universe, and they just make solid movies by themselves or whatever. So that means Matt Reeves' Batman trilogy would have nothing to do with the Batman that we've already seen. And if that's the case, that means that Ben Affleck being Batman is more than likely not gonna freaking happen after Justice League. Or at least he won't be in Matt Reeves' Batman. Maybe he'll finish out his contract in another movie. But Ben Affleck as Batman in The Batman doesn't look like it's happening. Which is something I've been saying on this channel for a really long time, but you guys have just been bitching at me about it. But I'm telling you, if this news keeps piling up and all of this stuff that came out today is starting to become true, whoo boy, your boy Juice is on the right track. But that's just a tip of the iceberg, ladies and gentlemen, because like I mentioned in the Joker video from yesterday, Jared Leto has been, it's been said that he is going to be in the Suicide Squad 2 movie and the Gotham City Sirens movie. Well, you can go ahead and add a Joker and Harley Quinn movie to that as well. So that means Jared Leto right there in 3 movies with Harley Quinn, which that is crazy. You're gonna make 3 other movies with the Joker and Harley Quinn, which I don't mind those characters being in other movies, but there are so many more characters out there that you can go ahead and make movies about that people are going to watch, but it seems like they're just like, nah, let's focus on Jared Leto and Harley Quinn, and let's just make all the movies about them. Then there was rumors that Lex Luthor has been cut from the Justice League movie, and if that's the case, that means that Deathstroke is also cut from the Justice League movie, because Lex Luthor was supposed to hire Deathstroke. Just to throw some more sprinkles on there, the freaking Justice League Dark script is going through more rewrites, so it looks like that film might not even happen, and it's been announced because it was shown at freaking San Diego Comic-Con, but now they're just gonna basically start rewriting the script again, which is, ugh! If you haven't just said, what the fuck are you doing, DC, at this point, then you are the most diehard loyal fan ever, and I give props to you. I am a hardcore DC fanboy as well, but, you know, when they do stupid shit, I'm gonna call them out on stupid shit. And I don't know what's going on here. Like, there's been so much news in the last 2 days that blows my mind. That's why I'm like, look, they had to have gotten fired at DC, and they're like, I'm just gonna leak all of the stories. This is everything DC's working on. Or DC's just like, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and throw shit out there and see if people like it. If they hate it, we'll go ahead and kill it later on. But yeah, let's just see what everybody wants to work on. But it's just, I don't know what the fuck they're doing at DC, and it's blowing my fucking mind. Also, there were reports that Gotham City Sirens is actually being pushed back for this Joker Harley Quinn movie, because they want that to happen before, like, or after Suicide Squad 2, and then it's gonna be kind of like a Mad Love kind of storyline, which would be cool. I mean, so, and we could see that part of Joker and Harley Quinn that we were supposed to see, but they didn't really show us the Suicide Squad, where it was more just like, I love you, but whatever. So apparently this Joker and Harley Quinn movie is going to happen, but then there were reports that this movie is taking place of Gotham City Sirens, which if that was the case, I'd be super pissed, and that David Ayers is out. But then another report came out and said that David Ayers is actually part of Gotham City Sirens and he's not going anywhere. So it's just like, DC needs to get their shit together and actually make a report and be like, guys, we know there's a lot of news that came out recently. We just want to let you know that over here at DC, we're actually working on some really exciting projects. We are doing some Elseworld movies. Like, DC, you need to fucking get ahead of this and tell somebody, like, yo, do it. Like, I really hate that I gotta be over here and be like, yo, look, Marvel makes announcements and they're like, hey, we're doing this, blah, blah, blah. Like, they actually, as much as I hate to say it, they're doing some really, they do keep shit together. And that's cool, although I don't like their movies too much because it just, they're like, you know, whatever. They're a little too family friendly for me, but, you know, they are still, like, structured. Everything's organized. The way they do their press makes sense. Like, they make announcements for shit. They don't really let stuff just leak out and let everybody run with it. Like, DC, you need to get your shit on wraps like that. And, like, oh, I mean, oh my God, I don't know. It's just, it's blowing my mind. So apparently Gotham City Sirens is still happening. David Ayers is still working on that project, but there's no release date for that. And this Harley Quinn Joker movie is supposed to happen after Suicide Squad 2, whenever that's gonna happen. And then when, yeah, I don't know. So those are the 3 Harley Quinn movies that are in the works right now. And they will all have the Joker in them as well. And the interesting news is that Harley Quinn Joker movie apparently already has directors, and it's going to be the people that directed Crazy Stupid Love, you know, that movie with Emma Stone and, you know, freaking, you know, what's his face? Pretty boy guy, you know, his name, I forget it. Ryan Gosling, I forgot. I was just like, man, what the hell is his name? I know it. But, yeah, so, they're gonna be directing this Harley Quinn Joker movie. So cool. I'm sorry this video is all over the place, but that's pretty much what DC is right now. The one thing I do want to mention though is apparently more news has came out about that Joker movie that's supposed to happen, and there is going to be no Batman in it at all. So that Joker origin film will not have Batman. Who the hell's going to be his protagonist or antagonist? Because I guess technically Joker's going to be the main character, but whatever. Who the hell is going, he's going to fight the freaking police? Is this just going to be a damn gangster film with Joker in it? Is he even going to be the Joker in this film? Or is he going to be the Joker like at the last 5 minutes of this damn thing? Like, DC, you were really pissing off a hardcore fan of yours right now with this stupid shit you're doing. But I do want to talk about the Batman stuff, because I know that's one of the things you guys probably care about the most. If Ben Affleck is going to be a part of the Batman movies, and if this Batman movie is even going to be part of the DCEU. And I think there is a chance for both. Although, I think there's a better chance that the freaking Batman trilogy is going to be part of the DCU than the actual Ben Affleck being part of the trilogy. And so let me go ahead and try to explain everything, because this shit is all over the place. Let's start off by clearing up the whole Ben Affleck's not going to be a part of the Batman trilogy thing first. Because I think you guys might be seeing some headlines out there because everybody jumped the gun on this. Because the Hollywood Reporter actually reported this, and they're usually a really well-known source. And then they actually retracted the story very quickly because they made a mistake. This was the original thing that was said for the Hollywood Reporter. The new line, or possibly label, will allow for the making of movies that will stand apart or separate from the big budget tentpoles. Matt Reeves' The Batman, for example, is intended to not be connected to the Justice League universe, but to be set in a different time and star another actor. So if you only read that, you automatically think that bada bing, bada boom, Ben Affleck will not be in Matt Reeves' Batman. But the Hollywood Reporter actually took that out of their original article, which talked about all of the DC news, and issued this update. An earlier version of this story stated that Matt Reeves' The Batman was part of Warner Brothers' new label and would star a new actor as Batman. But it is unclear where this project will fall. So the Hollywood Reporter did clear up that little bit of the article that they said that kind of made it seem like for sure there was going to be a new actor. This new, like, update kind of says it, you know, it could star Ben Affleck, it could not star Ben Affleck, and it might be in the DCEU, it might not. Basically saying maybe. So there's that part, and now let's go ahead and go to what Matt Reeves actually said about Warner Brothers talking to him about this Batman trilogy. Before I read this quote, I'm going to link to the article where you can actually hear this podcast and hear it for yourself in the description down below. I usually would try to play that in this video, but the Batman part is like 4 minutes or so, or like it's a few minutes, so I don't want to play the whole thing here. You can go listen to it for yourself, but this is the quote that Matt Reeves says about the movie. When they approached me, what they said was, look, it's a standalone, this isn't part of the extended universe. So that's the main thing. If you actually listen to the podcast, Matt Reeves goes on and talks about how, you know, he told Warner Brothers that he wants to do his version of Batman. That's the only kind of version of Batman he wants to do. And he says WB's really excited about his vision, and he has an idea in his brain to do 3 movies. So they would get a trilogy out of Matt Reeves. And that's something a studio is excited about. And he has a great track record with the Planet of the Apes movies. Although he didn't do a trilogy, but he was able to come on and fix that project and make it an amazing trilogy. Which a lot of people say that which I haven't seen War of the Planet of the Apes yet, but a lot of people say the Planet of the Apes trilogy is one of the best trilogies in a long time. So you can view this quote in 2 ways, okay? So you can automatically take it as like, look, it's a standalone, it isn't part of the extended universe, meaning that this movie will not be part of the DCEU. You don't have to worry about anything, just make your own film, and that's it. So anything that's happened in Justice League and, you know, BVS will not be a part of this. You can look at it that way. Or you can take it from the perspective that this movie will be a movie that just contains Batman. You don't have to worry about a cameo from Superman, Wonder Woman, anything like that. Kind of like the Wonder Woman movie. If you take out the beginning and the end of Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman movie is a standalone Wonder Woman movie because there is no cameos from Batman or Superman, or any other big superhero that's a part of the Justice League or anything like that. No, it's just mainly a Wonder Woman movie besides that first part. So it's very possible that this Batman movie could also be the same thing. You're just not going to see a bunch of other DC characters. You're only going to see people that would be in a Batman comic book or something along those lines. We don't have to freak out too much about the Batman movies yet, but right now I am freaking out about as a DC fan with what's going on. Like somebody, Jeff Johns, somebody from DC needs to come out and clear up a lot of this shit, because right now we're just hearing it from third parties, and the only way you can calm down a fan base is by having the head honcho come out and be like, look guys, this is what's going to happen. And I think that's what's so great about Marvel, is I might not agree with a lot of their movie choices and what they put out, but their organization of how they handle this shit is really good. And everything goes through Kevin Feige, and he clears up everything when stupid shit comes out, kind of like the Spider-Man stuff where that chick was like, oh yes, our Venom and all that is connected. He was like, bitch, no it's not. And he cleared it up, and that was it. It was donezo. DC needs to get something like that. Not change their movies and make them like that. They just need the organization. Jeff Johns, I wish or hope that he will come out and clear up a lot of this stuff, but it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So right now, we're just going to be in a waiting game. We're literally probably not going to hear anything until after Justice League, or until somebody lets it slip like, oh yeah, I've been cast as the new Batman in Matt Reeves' The Batman, which that movie's supposed to start filming next year sometime. I'm going to assume summer. But, yeah, so that would be, they would need to lock somebody down now, especially if they're going with a high-profile actor, because those people usually have a lot of films they're filming already, and they're going to need to lock them down to make sure they're able to film. So, yeah, what do you guys think of all of this bullshit that is coming out from DC right now? I think it's insane. We have a Batman trilogy that I think Matt Reeves, whatever he puts out, whether it's with Ben or not Ben, I think is going to be amazing. It's going to be exciting. But I would prefer it to be part of the DCEU, but I don't freaking know. Like, I would just love for somebody to tell me that, look, guys, we're not going to be a part, we're going to just destroy the DCEU, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like they're going to make 2 separate things, but what the hell are you going to do with Batman in the DCEU if it's not connected to this trilogy? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. You're not going to have a Batman in the DCEU, but you're going to have him outside in this new Banner thing, but he's not going to be in a Joker origin movie because the Joker can stand alone by himself and blah. Like, fuck you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just like so just on edge with DC right now. Like, I love them so much, but it just seems like they were finally getting on track, and they're just fucking like, whoa, fuck this shit, and they're gone. So, yeah, that's that's what the DCEU feels like right now. Anyways, guys, do let me know your feelings about all this in the comment sections down below. Don't forget, if you ever want to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon like these awesome people did, or you can go support us over on Twitch, because the first Twitch stream will hopefully be this Friday or Saturday night. Do come hang out with us, because it's awesome, and drop a follow over there. Or you can always do the OG thing and give this video a thumbs up and share it with all of your DCEU buddies if you still have some after all of this news. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I made a little some juice? See you guys next time. Bye!